Alright guys, coming in. At the live store, you'll be able to join us in our physical shop in the Netherlands during our opening hours. You get to see live presentations of your favorite gear with me, your store manager, and you get to ask me questions in real time and get real-time answers back. At the live store, we're open every Wednesday at 5 PM local Amsterdam time, and when we're live, you get the best prices guaranteed of the products that we're showing. You can find out more at championhelmets.com/livestore. Hey guys, and welcome to today's live store. I'm Chris, I'm your live store manager, and today I'm going to be taking you through something a little bit different. We're going to be going through these replica helmets from the Moto GP. So we've picked out 5 of my favorite designs. There's plenty to pick from, and we're taking 5, and we're going to be going through them all. And yeah, so basically it's the live store, guys. So you can come join us every week, Wednesday at 7 PM local Amsterdam time. And while we're live, you'll be able to get a big discount on these helmets. It's going to be just these designs. Small technical issue, guys. I'm just going to quickly pop out and fix that. So guys, we're back after a brief delay with the camera. So here we are. Guys, yes, so the live store is open every Wednesday, 7 PM local Amsterdam time. So make sure you drop by and join us. And we're going to be talking about, like I said, replica helmets today. So I'll introduce them to you. We have here the Rossi Solar Lunar 2018 AGV Pista GPR. The Arai RX-7V, this one here in the back, this is going to be Pedrosa's. Then we have here the Renzo's Shark Racer Pro GP, Marquez, Shui Xperia 3, and then this right here, if you guys can't see it, is the RF11, and this is going to be for Volga. So don't forget as well, guys, we have the Champions Wheel. If you want to have a go at that, then make sure that you just leave any kind of comments down in the chat. Say hello if you like. Let us know which is your favorite rider. Let us know who is your least favorite rider. We can talk about it, have some fun with it. And like I said, you get a chance at the Champion Cash, so make sure you give that a go. And yes, discount code for today, we have one, we always have one. It's going to be replica_race. All caps, replica_race. It's going to give you 10% off these helmet designs. They're already discounted in a lot of cases, and it's going to give you just 10% extra off of that. So get around that if you can, as quick as you can. It's only going to be around for about 24 hours from about now-ish, actually. So with the Champions Wheel as well, by the way, Champion Cash, it's an in-store credit. You can spend that in our store, of course, and it's going to be €50 per purchase. All right, so guys, let's jump into our first helmet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the helmet a little bit, the design, the racer, all that kind of stuff, and ask you questions, leave your comments, anything like that. You want to know about helmet? All you have to do is ask. So we're going to start off with the AGV Pista GPR. I'm just going to move these out of the way so we can see it a little bit better. So we have quite a lot of helmets with us at the moment. So AGV Pista GPR here. It's going to be Rossi's 2018 Solar Lunar design. It's probably my favorite Rossi helmet, if I'm honest. It's kind of simple, and I do like that. So with this helmet, it's going to obviously have that Solar Lunar design. Solar, the sun, and Lunar, the moon. And as far as Rossi designs go, it's probably one of the more relaxed ones, which is actually why I like it. And I do like the color scheme quite a lot. For the rest, if you don't know what helmet you're going to be wearing, AGV are here to remind you with 1, 2, 3, 4 logos. No one's going to be forgetting which helmet you have. And we have a little signature up the front as well, which is pretty cool. At the back, we have Valentino Rossi, with his name there, of course, and then his number at the bottom, 46. That's about it for the design, really. Like I said, it's quite simple, quite laid back in terms of Rossi designs. And in 2018, he did all right. He got 3rd place overall. Not a bad result by any means. Got 5 podium finishes. I didn't get a single number 1 position. Sadly, hopefully he can nab a few more this year. It's kind of a Rossi thing when you say he has a bit of a rough year and he comes 3rd. Well, what do you do if you're Rossi? So then it's going to be the carbon composite shell that we get from AGV. with their PCGPRs. It's going to be the same as what we see with a whole lot of other ones, the tricolor, for example, and it's just going to have that different design to it. Big visor, show you quite a lot. Ventilation system is going to be top notch. It's not going to be the easiest ventilation system to use when you're on the go. You have to take out these stoppers, for example, but when it's set up, it'll be great. Lots of airflow coming through it. Big sweeping, big spoiler at the back. Very strong aerodynamics. This will come loose actually, so don't knock it, don't break it. It's meant to kind of fall off if you come into a crash. Any force on it, and it's something that can potentially save you from a bit of injury. And for the rest, this design itself is going to come in at $1,100 US at the recommended retail price without tax. So it's going to be around there for the. It's around there, pretty well up there for a PCG bar as well. And it's, like I said, it's a top helmet. It's the best that AGV has, and definitely one of the best around when it comes to racing. Very strong in a whole lot of different ways. We have the hydration tube underneath it as well. You can see that there, emergency quick release, all that kind of stuff. And the liner is going to be very sporty. It's going to be very, very good at cooling you, and so on. Not a whole lot of padding to it. It's going to be like very sleek, super race-heavy design. So I see that we have the discount code in the chat at the moment. That is going to be Replica_race, all caps, 10% off. It's not going to be around for long, and it's only for these models. So make sure that you have a look at that if you're interested. 10% off the already discounted prices. All right, so I think we'll do a couple helmets, then we'll jump into some questions, and then we'll do a spin on the champ as well. So let's jump on to our next helmet right now. We have, we'll do the Marquez. We'll go from Rossi to Marquez. It's a interesting way to do that. So let me just jump over here, grab this helmet, swap them out. The Shoei Marquez, the black concept design. Again, a very pretty design in my opinion. So it's obviously the X-Spirit 3, the X14, I believe it's called in America. If you're viewing this from America, hello. And yeah, it's going to be Marquez's design. This was his design for the winter test. And it's kind of like a stunning one personally. I do quite like it. A lot of different helmets will not have sponsors on it, logos and so on. This one does. Pull and Bear, you can see it on this side as well. And we'll see a couple other of those examples a little bit later on. But we do up top have the big ant. That is going to be Marquez's ant kind of logo. He's kind of well known for that. He's a little guy, but he's pretty tough, just like an ant. So it's kind of funny. Then at the back, over the spoiler here, big 93. You're not going to forget whose helmet you're wearing, and then again 93 at the back, so no one will forget whose helmet you're wearing. So let's talk a bit about Marquez now. He's got when he got this helmet, he got 11th place, Sepang 2019. Not a bad result actually, because he had just come back from a shoulder injury. So I was pretty happy with that 11th place from him. And I mean, 2018 was his 7th win in the Moto GP, so you can't criticize him. He's doing very, very well. All right, now the Shoei Xperia 3, it's going to come with the AIM Plus shell, the Advanced Integrated Matrix from Shoei, their top kind of shell, lightest, strongest, best kind of material around. It's going to be very tough. I'm pretty sure all these helmets actually have 5 out of 5 on the sharp safety rating test. They're all great. They're all meant to protect, high-level riders going at very high speeds. For ventilation, very strong, a bit more adjustable than with the piece that we just saw. Few options on it. Big wing at the back as well. Also going to detach under pressure, so don't drop your helmet. I'm going to say this for every one of them. Make sure you don't drop it. It's going to be a nasty surprise too. Then we do have some very strong aerodynamics as well with that spoiler, because you can see here we do have some little ridges which are going to help you just cut through that air, glide a little bit better. Tear off pin prepared, all that kind of good stuff. Have a look at the underside here. Obviously, emergency quick release, always fantastic. And the liner is going to be probably the most comfortable of these helmets. Whereas the PCGPR has a very cool liner, very racing focused, very sleek. This one's just a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more padding and so on. So I do quite like that quite a lot. Obviously, double D-ring as well. So this one is going to come in 4 shell sizes, and it's going to come in at $810 US without tax as well. So that is a little bit less than Rossi's. I don't know, maybe it says, is Rossi better than Marquez? You guys tell me, leave it in the chat. All right, so I see you guys have been leaving a few things in the chat. I think we'll have a look at some of your questions. or a few of the things that you're saying. I see a few guys there saying hello. Hi, Brian. George, nice to see you guys again. I remember you from last week. All right. So a few questions in. What we're going to do now is we're going to give a spin on the Champions Wheel, because I know you guys come back to that. I know you guys love it. And that is going to give you a chance to win Champion Cash in euros. Have a look at YouTube as well, guys. I see you there. Ictus, Martine, HIO, saying hello. I see you guys. Welcome back. All right, so let's pick someone out here. We'll give them a spin on the Champions Wheel. I see that we have, all right, Mohammed Saliban. I think we gave you a spin on the Champions Wheel a couple weeks ago, Mohammed, but thanks for joining us again. I see your question. Let's give you another spin, I'm pretty sure. So how it works, I'm going to give it a spin, and whatever it lands on is going to be the amount of Champion Cash you take away in euros. So good luck to you, Mohammed Saliban. Give that a big spin, see what we land on. Round and round she goes. That was quite a big spin, wasn't it? And we're going to end with 150 euros worth of Champion Cash coming your way, Mohammed. So congratulations to you for that. Very strong result. Almost hit the 25. I'm glad we didn't for you. So now what's going to happen is we're going to get in touch with you, or you can get in touch with us if you like. Whoever gets there first, make it a race, Moto GP related. And yeah, we'll get you the 150 euros of Champion Cash, which you can spend in our store. So thanks for your comment. You know what? I think I might answer it now. Let's scroll up. What about the other designs from Rossi is what you've asked. Fair enough, good question. The other Rossi designs, let me just grab it here, actually put it in the screen. There's a lot of them. Personally, I do like this one quite a lot. I like the winter test as well from, actually the new one looks pretty good, and the one from last year as well. Yeah, it came down to choice. I chose this one. I personally like it, but there's a whole bunch out there. Rossi's been racing for so long, and he's got so many different designs. He puts new ones out all the time. So yeah, I hope you like this one as well. If you have another preference, please let us know. Leave a comment, Mo. Let us know which is your favorite Rossi design. All right. I see a question here. Lynn is saying that he likes the Lorenzo helmet. Yes, it's not a bad one. It looks a bit like the Black Concept, in my opinion. We'll get to that soon, though. It's also a good pick for sure. Luke is saying hello. Hi, Luke. How are you? Joel is asking, does the carbon of the AGV Pista GPR make it that much lighter than a Shui X-Spirit, for example? No, not really. It's going to be quite similar in terms of weight. There's a few grams of difference. Yeah, basically they're the same weight. They use very similar kind of, yeah, I'm going to say similar kinds of materials, though they treat them in different ways and so on and so on. But basically, carbon fiber, organic fiber, fiberglass, that kind of stuff is what we get in a lot of these helmets. Very lightweight, very strong. They know what they're doing. They put a lot into these helmets for the MotoGP for sure. Have a look over here at YouTube, see what's going on. Mo Music is asking, which is the best helmet? Good question, Mo. How about this? After we go through them all, you let me know which one is your best helmet, and I'll tell you which one is mine. So make sure you come back with that. HIO is asking, can I change the color of the visor for the Pista? Yes, you can. You can get different kind of visors for all these helmets, actually different colors. This one especially, you can get like gold, black, all that kind of, whole bunch of ones. Iridium for the Shui is pretty cool. It's like was it photochromatic, I think it's called. That one is definitely worth checking out. I'll mention as well the Pista GPR Sol Luna, the Tricolor, the Mugello Tricolor. That one is going to be just like a variation in color scheme on the 2018 Solar Luna. So if you like that more, it's about the same. Slightly different color. I think it's pretty cool as well. Stands out a lot for sure. All right, so that's a few questions. That's a few questions. Bobby, I've just seen yours pop up. Which has the best sharp safety rating? I'm pretty sure all these helmets have 5, so they're all going to be top. Come on, they're made to protect the heads of MotoGP riders, Lorenzo, Marquez, Rossi, Pedrosa, everyone. So they're going to be top notch in terms of safety. And sharp, it's 5 out of 5 all the way around. All right, so that's enough questions for the moment. We're going to move on. We're going to go to the HJC R411. Grab it here. Put this one just over here. We'll come back to it later, of course. So, the R411 Special 94. Or 94 Special. It sounds a little bit like a takeaway menu. But the 94 Special is by no means a funny helmet. It's a good helmet, actually. It's Jonas Folger's helmet. 94 is the number, and yeah, not to be confused with 93 from Marquez. After 11, great helmet, very good in terms of value as well. So Folger is a bit of an interesting character in the Moto GP. He came out for Yamaha 2017 first year, actually did very well, scored 10th overall in his first year, which was quite surprising based on how he did in the other kind of competitions. But yeah, sadly, his career was cut a little bit short because he sadly got diagnosed with an illness, couldn't race, but he is still a test rider for Yamaha. But they have said that he's not going to be coming out and doing any kind of like wild card races in the MotoGP, unfortunately. So that was disappointing, but he made a very big impact in the year that he was in MotoGP, which was fantastic, and that's why he has a bit of a following. And nonetheless, he comes out with pretty cool helmet designs. This one here, this is an example of the helmets that have the big logos on them still. So Monster, obviously Monster Energy. If you're a fan of the drink, this could be the helmet for you. And for the rest, it's going to be a little bit simple, but it's going to have just the stripes, kind of like subtle kind of coloring to it, making it look pretty nice. The big 94 up top on this side as well, more Monster. And then at the very back, the initials, JF. So let's talk about this helmet a little bit. It's going to be a premium integrated matrix PIM, and it's also going to have the carbon and aramid shell. Very lightweight, very strong. In general, it's a strong all-rounder helmet actually for a racing helmet. Strong ventilation. The liner is probably going to be similar to the Shoei X Spirit in terms of comfort. It is one of the more comfortable ones around. Emergency quick release, all that kind of stuff. And you can also lock the visor into position with this little notch. Just something a little bit cool. In terms of aerodynamics, we have a smaller little wing at the back than from what we're seeing with the other helmets. It's by no means worse in terms of aerodynamics. They test these in wind tunnels and so on. It's going to be, kind of perfectly formed to what they want and how they ride. Now, this helmet is going to be very good in terms of value. Like I said, it's going to come in at about $430 US without VAT, without tax, making it about half the price of the rest of the helmets here. I'll show you the other two as well, and nonetheless, it's going to be about half the price. Very great helmet, especially in aerodynamics, ventilation, all that good stuff, and we do quite like it. All right, so I see a few more of you guys coming in here with questions. Fantastic, keep them coming, guys. We'll do another helmet, and then we'll have a go at the champion wheel again. If you want a chance at the champion wheel, make sure you leave a comment down below. But don't forget, you can catch us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. local Amsterdam time. So come by, check us out next week as we'll be looking at a whole new topic. All right, so let's swap this out now. We're going to go to the Shark. I'm not going to pick that up by the spoiler. Remember, never pick these helmets up by the spoilers. You are guaranteed to have a bad time, really. All right, so here we are, the Shark Race R Pro GP Lorenzo Winter Test 2019. A very long name, but nonetheless a very strong helmet. So Lorenzo's Winter Test, it was actually his first appearance for Honda. It's at Valencia. Wearing this helmet, it was pretty cool. He didn't do particularly well, came in at 18th position, but it was his first go on the Honda. He's still technically on contract with Ducati, I believe. So not bad at all. Not long ago in the Italian GP Mugello, he got, again, 13th place or something. So not bad at all. You can pick that up a little bit more. Sadly, he did miss the Sepang Winter Test this year because of a crash. So we didn't get to see him there. Nonetheless, though, cool helmet, Winter Test 2019. Definitely a little bit of history on it. So we'll have a look at now the design. It's going to be very straightforward again, simple lines. The coolest thing by far is up top here. The big X in the middle with the arrow going around the outside, meaning going around the outside, taking over from the outside. A cool little thing there for Lorenzo. Coming to the back here, 99, the number, devil horns on it. Pretty cool, aggressive little thing. And then as well the hashtag for the test, Winter Test. All right, so this helmet is going to be made carbon and aramid, very strong, very lightweight, just like all the rest of them. Meant to be the best. Strong ventilation, chimney up top, pretty cool. The ventilation, love it or hate it. I go between the both. Little shark fins for the vents. sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's a little bit cheesy. Depends on how you think of it, really. But nonetheless, they have them. There's several different variations of the Race R Pro, by the way. This is the GP. You have the Race R Pro, which is kind of like the standard version, the carbon, which has more carbon in the shell. And then you have this one, the GP, which is the replica from Moto GP. It comes with some stuff like this. Little toggle here makes it easier to open and close. Slightly different visor. The big wing at the back, can't forget that. And a slightly different liner system as well. So for the rest of the helmets, like I said, big spoiler at the back, giving you strong aerodynamics coming off if you pick it up. So don't pick it up by the spoiler. It's meant to come off. Liner is going to have a very sporty feel to it. Very cool. Going to be great for taking your sweat away. And yeah, again, a very strong all-rounded helmet. And this one is going to come in at $930 US without VAT. So yeah, not bad at all. Sitting around the kind of average of what we see with all the rest of these helmets apart from the Alpha. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to give a spin on the champion wheel. I see you guys leaving plenty of questions. There's actually quite a lot of questions, guys. So I'm going to have to spend a bit of time going through these. Great to see. Keep on coming with all your questions. All right, so let's pick someone out, and we're going to give them a spin on the champion wheel. Let's see. I see Lin Sungzong. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm going to give you a spin on the champion's wheel. Good luck to you, Lin. It's all in champion cash. You can win this. You can spend it in our store, and it's in euros as well. So good luck to you, Lin. Let's give that a spin. Big spin. Round and round, still going. Zero's gone. That's always good. All right, Lynn, that's 25 euros of champion cash. Unfortunately, not the best result around, but definitely not the worst. So congratulations, 25 euros is 25 euros of champion cash. Come around next week, maybe get another go. 7 p.m., remember that. And don't forget, guys, you can get a discount, 10% off the already discounted prices of these helmets in our store. That's going to be for about 24 hours only, so make sure you get into that as quick as you can. Jump in here with a few more questions. Let's see. Hamud, is the shark helmet worth its price? That's a fair question. A lot of shark helmets are a little bit more value orientated, and this one is definitely not. Race R Pro GP really up in terms of price and also very strong. I would say, yeah, it is definitely quite up there. It is going to come with the Lorenzo design. You'll obviously have to add on a bit more in terms of pricing for those designs, stuff like that. It's made of high quality materials. It's going to have all the good stuff for a racing helmet. So I think it is pretty fair. Though compared to the Alpha 11, it's hard to make a comparison because the Alpha 11 is it's going to do the same kind of thing, but for like half the price. So that's a bit of a tough one there. But I would say that, yeah, depends. Yeah, it depends. If you really like Lorenzo, for sure. All right, another question. Bobby's asking, looking at buying the Xperia 3 or HJC for racing, which would you recommend? Let me just grab them, actually, put them next to each other so you can compare them. HJC, and then Shui. Tough question. In terms of value, definitely I'll take the HJC, but the Shui is just a little bit better in a lot of different ways. Basically, that's the difference between them. Shui, great for quality. HJC, great for value, but also for quality. Tough choice there. I'm actually not sure which one I would recommend. Pick a design you prefer more is what I'd say, actually. I hope that helps. Sorry, it was a little bit vague, Bobby. All right, let's see. A lot of questions around. Brian's asking, are these replica helmets the same as the riders wear in MotoGP? Yes, they are, for the most part. When it comes to design, when it comes to the construction, the build, the materials, all that kind of stuff, they are going to be the same. But if you look at, say, the sponsors, the logos, we'll take this one from the Pedrosa helmet. Pedrosa, when he races, massive logos all over the side. You don't see this. And that is going to be one of the main differences between them. Not all of them will have the logos. If you want that or not is up to you. But yeah, for the most part, these are the same. They also, obviously, the riders have their own special inner liners, which have been made to their own head shape and so on. But you can also customize the liners. So yeah, about the same. All right. Let's have a look through. Yasmin has asked, how does the HSC compare to the Shark Race R Pro? Fair question. The Shark Race R Pro going to look vastly different, but still stack up. Again, it's going to be a bit like with the Shoei. I think the ventilation is a little bit stronger in the Shark, and the liner is a little bit different. It depends on whether you prefer a very cool focused racing liner versus this one, which is still fairly cool, but I think a little bit softer, a little bit more comfortable. Depends on what you prefer. Style is a big one. I mean, just look at that design. Yeah, because these are all such top helmets, it's hard to actually compare them. You put them on, and you do feel some difference, but it's also going to be very personal. So that's a tough question to answer, actually. All right, a few more questions. Matane is asking about bags. Yes, you can get special bags for these. Obviously, the Shark actually does come with a bag from Shark in the box with some logos on it, specialized kind of carry bag, and you can also get some other ones as well. So yeah, for sure, you can get special bags for these, and the Shark does come with one. Martine's asked as well another question. I say that Shoei is one of the best quality helmets. Why is AGV that much more expensive or more expensive? It comes down to the different helmets. AGV, they use very expensive materials. They use high quality materials. I think there's titanium in that helmet and stuff like that, which does up the price. Quality wise, yeah, they're still very strong quality, to be honest. Picking between them also just comes down to preference. What feels better for you, what style you prefer, and so on. If we get this high up, they're all great. What can we say? All right. I see a question from Brian. Do you also have the blue Pedrosa helmet? We do. I'm not going to show you that at the moment, but I will show you now the Arai RX-7V, the Pedrosa Spirit. So let's move these out of the way. The last helmet I'm going to show you guys. Give some love here to the Pedrosa. So, Danny Pedrosa's design. This one was used in Argentina 2018. Sadly, Pedrosa got a DNF for that race. Ended up breaking his wrist. Fair enough. I'm not sure if you can ride with a broken wrist. Still, 2018 got 11th overall. Not bad at all. And, you know, it wasn't bad. He retired at the end of the year, though, so it's a little bit of a special helmet, this one. So, first of all, like I mentioned, on the actual race helmet, we don't have this kind of design. We have big Red Bull logo. Big Red Bull logo. Personally, I prefer this. I reckon it looks really cool. That samurai, the rising sun. So like Mount Fuji in the background. This is definitely top design for me. I think it's really cool for sure. Up top, symbol. I've been told it's the symbol for samurai in Japan. My Japanese, to be honest, is not that great. And then at the back, we have a samurai as well. So I think it makes sense if it does say samurai. You know, Pedrosa, also known as like the little samurai, is the nickname. So pretty cool helmet there. A little bit of history as well to it. All these helmets actually have a bit of history to them. So now, the system for the visor is the VASV. It's going to be lower mounted. It's going to use the side pods to protect the mechanism. These will pop off as well. Ventilation is a little bit different. With vents there, it's out of the shell, so that there's no less weaknesses in the shell and the EPS. Ventilation up top, a little bit weaker than the other helmets. Still not bad at all, and still going to give you good ventilation. Chin vent, just like that. And anything that can get caught on something is meant to break off with this helmet, which is something that Arai does differently, which is pretty cool. You can see the spoiler as well. It's quite small. But nonetheless, it's going to break off in an impact or something like that. And the aerodynamics is still pretty strong. Peripheral belt at the bottom for extra safety around that area, meant to bring force away from you. So it's generally an interesting helmet. That's why I do like it. It's a bit different than a lot of other helmets we see, especially the ones that we've just looked at. Now, when it comes down to it, this one is going to come in at $890 US without the tax. So again, sitting pretty well in with the rest of the pack. And they actually do sell a $3,000 version of this helmet made fully out of carbon fiber. I think they use it in Formula One or something. So that's pretty crazy. You can get a $3,000 helmet made just out of carbon fiber if you are interested in something like that. All right, so let's go back here to your questions, guys. Let's have a chat. Let me just bring the computer over here a little bit so I can see it all better. You guys have made a bunch of questions. That's fantastic. Marwan, I hope I've just answered your question. Why does the Uriah look so different? Basically because they have a different take on safety. They want things, they want to kind of bounce rather than simply try and absorb impact, minimize impact, stuff like that. Slightly different take on safety. That's about it, really. That's the main reason that it looks a little bit different. But it doesn't have that big spoiler. It's a little bit similar to the R411 in that regard. So let's bring them all over here, actually, like this. And we'll go further looking for questions. Let's head over to YouTube, see what's going on there. Quite a lot going on here. Ashraf likes the design of Pedrosa. I also really do like the Pedrosa one. I think you have great taste. All right. Let's scroll up here, a few early questions, see if we can pick off a couple from earlier. Which communication system can I use for this black concept? Pretty much a lot of communication systems, actually. It doesn't... I'm pretty sure this one has speaker cutouts. Yes, it does have speaker cutouts. I can feel them there. And it's not like the Neotech or anything like that, so you can fit any kind of speaker system, communication system on that you would want to. Don't forget, though, it's going to mess with the aerodynamics of the helmet, so you might get a bit more whistling, stuff like that. You know, if you're racing, comm system might not be the best option for your aerodynamics. So, guys, we'll take a couple more questions. You guys have quite a lot of questions, which is fantastic. We'll do a spin of the champion wheel, do a couple more questions, and I think we'll have to say goodnight there. All right. I see Marwan, you've asked a few questions, Marwan, so I'm going to give you a spin on the champion's wheel. Good luck to you. Hopefully you get a big result. As you probably know, it's champion cash. It's in euros, and we'll get in touch with you. You can get in touch with us, and we'll give you that champion cash, whatever it lands on. The 0 is gone, so you probably won't get that, which is great. 150 euros of champion cash coming your way, Marwan. Congratulations. Strong result. I think it's 250 euro results for today. It's funny how that works. All right. So congratulations, Marwan. 150 euros champion cash. And guys, don't forget, you can join us next week, have another chance to go on the champion's wheel. All you have to do is leave comments. All right, so take another question, and I think we'll end it. We'll take one from YouTube, I think. Just don't forget, guys, you can watch us on YouTube, and you can also watch us on Facebook every week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. So, question from Mo Music. Why did you take one rider of each helmet? Fair question. We took one rider of each helmet, basically because there's a whole lot of different helmets, a whole lot of different designs, a lot of riders. These were 5 of my favorites, 5 of my favorite designs, which is why I picked them. And also, I don't want to spend, I want to spread it out. I don't want to spend all day talking about Rossi, for example. And also spreading it out so we can talk about a few different helmets. All right, guys, I think that's where we're going to end it for today. We've had a very nice live store. We've had a lot of questions from you guys. I'll be getting back to you on Facebook and YouTube. I'll be talking to you guys later on. And if you're watching this back, it's we're not live anymore. Don't worry, because I'll be coming back as well. So leave your questions, anything like that, and we'll talk about it, guys. So it's been a lot of fun. Make sure you join us next week, 7 p.m. local Amsterdam time, and we'll be going through something else. We'll keep it a bit of a secret for the moment. Don't forget, as well, we have that discount code. Make sure you use that 10% off these helmets. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Chris from Champion Helmets, and I'll see you all next time.
Alright guys, coming in. At the live store, you'll be able to join us in our physical shop in the Netherlands during our opening hours. You get to see live presentations of your favorite gear with me, your store manager, and you get to ask me questions in real time and get real-time answers back. At the live store, we're open every Wednesday at 5 p.m. local Amsterdam time, and when we're live, you get the best prices guaranteed on the products that we're showing. You can find out more at championhelmets.com/live store.